Howdy, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how is everybody doing? Welcome back to Online Racing League. We are here for Season 1, Tier 2, round number 2 here for the United States Grand Prix. I am looking forward to this one. We just waiting for one more driver, then we'll get underway. We will wait a few moments. I hope everybody is doing good. Give me 1 second, please. So, while we are waiting for one more driver, I'm just gonna make sure I didn't get a... Nah, I didn't. But we are going to be going very, very shortly. I'm just waiting for literally one driver, then we'll get underway. Let's see, do I have top? There you go. I sent an invite. There we go. So, Tier 1 was a good race here. I don't recall any bad things happening on Tuesday. If the stream is lagging, please do let me know. 'Cause, well, we don't want that. But yeah, besides that, yeah, Tier 2 was good. It was entertaining. I hope that we can have some entertainment tonight as well. Let's just wait for that McLaren up top. Who do we have here this evening? Well, we have Jones, we have Brandon, we have Darby, we have Jack, we have Motts, we have Clean, we have Joel, we have Top, and that's it. That is our 8 drivers. We may ready up. We may get underway right now. I can't spell ready up. There we go. That's there. But yeah, this is going to be a great 20 laps, short qualifying. Is it dry? Is it wet? I don't know. We don't know. We will never know. But last week, Tier 2, it wasn't streamed. I was not available and no one was able to commentate. But here is the thing. This is the last Tier 2 race. What's going to happen is everything will be on Friday. Until we get enough drivers for attendance. Alright, I'll put a better thing in the Discord. I have. But when we get to better attendance, we will have 2 tiers. So everyone that's doing Tier 2 can just tell me. We have a few seats open left for Tier 1, and that would just be better. So there's Kick Sauber. There's let's see here. There's both Kick Saubers. There's an Alpine, there's an Aston Martin, and there's a McLaren. That's basically it. So those seats are the only ones available. So you guys can be reserves. You can also sign up for a team principal. But if you do want to wait until we expand, stay in the server, and we'll open it as soon as possible. Maybe even by season 2, because this season is only 8 races long. But here we are. It's a sunny. It's a pretty sunny. Austin, Texas here. We'll just get that on and we'll put that on, and there we go. Driver's going to get their setups and everything on as here comes Jones UK out in the pit lane, and I see someone in chat saying W Jones UK, hello and welcome in, first time chatter, nice to have you with us this evening. So we've got Jones UK, we've also got Darby out on track. And we've also got Clean, who's coming out on track now. Who else is coming out? I see a movement in the McLaren. That's nice to see as the McLaren's going to get ready. I think there's a Ferrari coming out as well, so that will be another one to come out. There's a Red Bull of Motts who's coming out. But yes, it's a nice afternoon here in Texas. So it's going to... be an entertaining one. I'll make sure it's very entertaining for you all, even if nothing happens. So we've basically got everyone out on the track beside what was that accent? Besides Jolly, well, here he comes out now. Darby will start us off, just getting used to the setup. Nice US livery on that hat. US based team, of course, the one and only US based team here on the F1 grid. The next one will be Cadillac next season, of course, but they're all located in the UK technically. But yes, it's the only one that is home based here. Now, here we go with Derby. Up to turn 1 we go. Now, I've kind of got the names here. Turn 1 is Big Red. That is a very nice name for a corner. As we go downhill, we come into turn 2 now, as this is my favourite part of this circuit. Almost like Maggots and Buckets, but it's a little longer. It's the S's, turn 3 to 6, as now we approach turn 6. That's it's invalidated, but we can go to Jones, who's going through, just finished the S's now and going through turn 6 and through turn that's turn 10 we actually took. My apologies. Downhill we go as we're going to approach turn 11 now. Hit the brakes, keep it easy, turn in, just keep it clean, use all the track and foot to the floor now. Now you can use your ERS, even a bit of, well, no, you're going to use the DRS and a little bit of ERS. That's what I was supposed to say. Now get over a slipstream. Oh, just very close there to Derby there. And now you're just going to keep it all the way through. That was turn 12, 13 now. So 103.580 there for Jones. That's a pretty good lap. It's a purple sector 2. I didn't quite catch if sector 1 was purple, but it could have been. But here now we go through turn 15. Turn 16 now, it's pretty flat. We can just listen to Jones. Just slight lift after turn 16 and 17. Turn 19 now, as we're going to approach the final corner, turn 20, the Andretti. That's a very nice corner as well. As we're going to DRS, ERS to the line. That's a 135.295. Who will be next? We've got Top, who's also on a lap. We've also got Clean. But I believe it's going to be Brandon who's going to be next in the Visa Cash App. Crosses the line, goes P1, 133.326. Now we've got Clean who's going to come to the line as well. Number 43 there. Oh, but big slide. There goes P3, 136.364. As Mott's there, 136.1. Jack is going to go through the Andretti now to the line. That is a 133.150. Now Top will be the next one. Maybe he might be hoping to top the timing for the moment being in this McLaren. To the line. Top doesn't go first to top the timing. He goes third at 134.074. There is the gap, and Jolly going to start another lap time. Derby coming out of the pits as well. Both houses invalidated the lap time, but here goes Jolly up to turn 1, 2, the Big Red. We goes, just don't want to lose it. It's a very big blinding corner up there. Hard to believe Jack can nearly go through a sector 1 flat. Really? We're going to have to go on board. We have to go on board to see that for our own eyes. We have to. We have to see that with our very own eyes. Where is Jack? Now, Jack's not near sector 1. It's just completed sector 1. You've just completed sector 1. But let's see, Jolly. I didn't catch sector 1. What was sector 1? So 25.701. That's the good thing about a delay. When I have the stream open, it gets me the timings if I miss them. Little bit of traffic here for Jolly there as his teammate moves out of the way. That's nice teamwork there. As you just want to keep it on track. You know, the biggest fear is you're setting a great lap. You know, you're up on your time. Sector 1 purple, sector 2 purple, and then you want to have a nice sector 3. And then it's invalidated because you go too wide. That's why I always say you want to keep it on track. Especially, right now you lost. You want to set yourself a good target lap. Uh, yeah, I'm not in the car, so I can't feel how much to push and how much not to. But here goes Jolly there to the line. That's P7, 136.351. Now, Darby is going to get this slipstream. We can see he's just going to have to crawl up the big red. There's his teammate on the left-hand side there, moving out the way. Doesn't get the slipstream, as a few drivers are coming back into the pits. In fact, we will just focus on Darby, the only one on a lap. And, well, we've got 10 minutes 47 to go, but lap times will fall in very soon, especially Darby will want to set a lap time to have that target lap. That's what I always tell people. Set a target lap and just know, where you can push more. Don't test the setup, just push. Jack's rusty. He's been Le Mans Ultimate the whole day. I know. Wreck cars. That game, I wish Le Mans Ultimate would come to console. I think it might. I would love to play that game. It's a very cool game. I've watched streamers, I've watched YouTube videos. It's so cool. I love. It's a Sector 2. Sorry, I will just come back to that. But it's a Sector 2 purple for Derby, which was 50. What was it? It was a 1 minute 2.504. That's what it was. Now Sector 3, you want to nail it, to nail the rest of the lap time. You got a McLaren in front, but I'm pretty sure Top will come into the pits. Yes, he does. So that's clean air. As now to the line. That's P2, a 1:33.198. That's a good lap time from the Haas. There's Jolly, comes into the pit slowly but surely. But yeah, I always watch the 24 Hours of Le Mans and stuff when it's on. But that's basically the only one I kind of watch. No, I lie. I've watched the 8 Hours of Bahrain. I've watched this. What is it? There's one around Spa-Francorchamps. That one I've watched quite a few, twice. When I say quite a few times. But now the season's finished, if I'm not mistaken. That's the 8 hours. Yeah, 8 hours of Bahrain. But 24 Hours of Le Mans is so classic. It's like one of the classics. Like such an old race, and it's still going to this day, which is cool. Like the Silverstone Grand Prix gives off the same vibe, kind of. Atmosphere is different though. But here we go with Jack. Now we're gonna see if Jack does take Sector 1 completely flat. In fact, we'll go TV cam with Jack up to the big red. We go left hand as we go, and now it's absolute. Let's see, is it flat? We'll just take a listen. That was basically flat indeed, a 25.141. I'm pretty sure that's what that was. That was absolutely flat. No cap, yeah, 25.141. That no cap, man. No, you're not lying. Indeed, you can take it. Indeed. Now downhill we go. DRS activated. Now in that Scuderia Ferrari, as it's just a straight. Goes downhill, hit the brakes, go left, don't go too wide there. Lando Norris, Max Verstappen, once upon a time in 2024, not that long ago, well, it was a year ago, went off through that corner and it cost them both some time in the race. But it's a purple Sector 2 as well, so Sector 1, Sector 2 purple. This will be the dream lap, hopefully, for Jack. He's already fastest, just about, with the 1:33.150. He will need to improve, as he's going to improve well in the pits. He's going straight into the pits. He said, "No, I was just messing with you." We've got Brandon on a lap, pushing. I don't know the Sector 1 or the Sector 2, as he's just invalidated. Back into the pits, I guess you'll have to go, my friend, and you'll go again. Mott's coming to the line now. That's still P7, a bit of an improvement on 1:35.862. I think that was 862. Yes, it was. Jones in the pits, top. Now starting a lap time, up to turn 1, up to the big red we go. Hit the brakes, watch the Haas, that was very close. That wasn't the smartest place to stop there from the Haas of, I'm guessing that was Jolly. Yes, it was Jolly. As top now is just coming through the S's slowly but surely, not on a lap anymore, I don't think. No, it wasn't Jolly, that was Derby. Erouge is class in the dark. Spa is great. Spa is great. I've actually, it's not the same feeling, but I've done a night race on the F1 game. Around Spa. It feels weird, but it's not the same. It's not the same at all. It's cool, but when you're watching it, it's just different, you know, in WRC. Or not WRC, in work. Not WRC, I'm getting my categories mixed up. They don't do rally, RP Rouge, do that? No, they don't. Right, it's Clean on a lap. Now, Clean's not on a lap. Motts is not on a lap. Jolly's not on a lap. But I guess... No, top is not. The first one that would actually start a lap time will be Derby. Unless Motts is going on another lap? Oh no, Motts has found the wall, so no. Going in the pits, but the wall, I don't know, maybe you could say the wall moved, I don't know. Well, we should go with Derby, who's P2 provisionally with 4:45 to go. So it's absolute push now. Now it's everything. You want to push your limits. So, up to turn 1 we go. Keep it clean. That's a little bit of a different line than all the other drivers took. It was a little bit wider, which is ideal. You want to use all the curve that you can, all the apex. No, that wasn't the apex, that was the curve through the S's we go. That is a sector 1 of a 25.0. Bit of an improvement, that is exactly what I'm sure Derby wants, to kind of put pressure on Jack. It was a purple sector 1, which is very much ideal, and Jack will be watching this and thinking, yeah, this is where I need to improve, this is where Derby is struggling, or, you know, all those type of things. Yeah. Now we go downhill slightly with the DRS. There's a Alpine right in front, just moving out the way, giving a bit of a slipstream. As we're going, we've just gone through a turn, that was 15. No, 15 is here. That was 14. My apologies. My numbers aren't numbering. That sector 2 was good. As Derby now coming through 20 in a moment's time. That's 19:20 now. And 1 number ahead of everything. To the line, Derby goes. That is professional pole. A 1:32.936. Now, who could stop Derby? Top is invalidated, but he will start a lap time now. Jones is on a lap. Yeah, on a lap. Jones is going to push now. Clean is on a lap, going to finish in a few corners time. As we're gonna... it's just gonna have to push, give it everything. Look at the battery there, it is low, but he will use it to the line. Bit of another slide there, like he did, I think it was his first lap. That's P5, bit of an improvement. It was an improvement of it was a few tenths. I think it'll be an improvement. Motts on an outlap needs to improve if he wants to get higher up. Jolly has retired. As Jack on an outlap going to push to try and get that pole position back, I'm sure. As Brandon on a lap as well, hitting the brakes nice and late there, keep the car rolling as we're going downhill now. You can see why I say it's like a downhill, because once you go through turn 11, you're basically going downhill. Down to turn 12 we're going now, as you're going to hit the brakes. Sector 2, how is sector 2 looking? We're going to see now. That's good, a 1:02.197, a bit of an improvement. I'm saying a bit, because it wasn't much of an improvement. As we do go around, turn 15, turn 16, Ahead of us, turn 17. Long right-hander, listen to the car. It's flat now. And now, turn 20, the biggest challenge. If you invalidate now, it's all over. He doesn't. He goes provisional pole, 1:32.848. Jack will start lap time in a moment. Top is gonna start was on a lap. Clean has invalidated again. I think there's just less than a minute to go, so he needs to push now. Mott is on a lap. Top has retired. Top said, it's alright, I'm done. Mott's now going to push on for his life. He is up. He is up on his time, but the man that could only stop right now, I think, to stop Brandon will be Jack. Jack is starting his lap time right now. Where's Mott gonna go? Mott needs to push now. Let's see, how's Jack gonna do in Sector 1? He's still pushing on through the S's. That's a nice Sector 1, I think. That will be a... Yes, it's a purple Sector 1. Mott is coming to the line now. Through 20. Little bit slow to the line. That's down on the time. It's still P8. It will be P8 only with 8 seconds to go. Jack's the only one on a lap time and clean, but Jack is ahead there, so we'll focus on Jack. Downhill we go on this back straight now. This is an intense qualifying, I must say so. Downhill we go as we're going to approach turn 12. Don't mess up. Don't go wide. Keeps it clean. As we're approaching turn 13, that's a 1:02.048. That's a good. Sector 1 purple, Sector 2 purple. That's exactly what we like to see. Very satisfying to see there on the minimap. Now we're going around turn 16. Turn 17. Brandon has said it's enough. I am safe. For how much longer on that provisional pole? Because a hungry Jack is coming. A very hungry Jack. Turn 20, to the line we go. It's Jack who's missed out 14 thousandths of a second on pole. Could clean disrupt them. No, he's P5. It's Motts on another lap. No, so it's Brandon on pole from Jack, Darby, Top, Clean, Jones, Jolly and Motts. But the story, I think, of the evening is Jack just couldn't get back his pole that he had for some of the qualifying, but he's P2 by 40, misses by, he misses P1 by 14 thousandths of a second. That was a very good lap from Brandon. It was a good one. I never knew. I wasn't thinking that it would have been this tight. To be fair, I thought, well, Jack could take pole back and make it a big gap, or he could lose out and be P2 by some. You know, you never underestimate anybody, but I wasn't really expecting it. I wasn't actually expecting it, but well done to everybody, and now we will get underway for the race in a few moments' time. Well, here is your starting grid one more time. It's Brandon, Jack, Darby, Top, Clean, Jones, Jolly and Mott. That is a beautiful starting grid, if I can say so myself. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Austin, Texas. This is a 5.513 kilometer long track, 20 laps ahead of us. There are 20 corners, none to the left 11 to the right. Left side of the track is where Brandon will be starting his 2 DRS zones. The pit limit speed is 80 kilometers per hour. It's not the shortest pit lane in the world. It's pretty long. Your elevation change is 41 meters. The longest straight is 1.1 kilometers. It's an anti-clockwise track, and of course it is quite the unique track, I must say. But here we are in Austin, Texas, for Tier 2 ORL. It's lights out and away. We're going foot to the floor. Fantastic start there from Darby. He put that reaction time first. He's just down there slightly, but Jack got a good start there. He got a good jump there on Brandon. Excuse my stuttering for some reason. But Brandon loses out on Jack on the opening lap. It's Jack goes to the S's first, followed by Brandon, Darby, top, Jones, Clean, and Jolly and Motts there. Follows just behind in that Red Bull. Darby trying to put pressure on Brandon there in the V-Carb, giving it everything. We're going to put on the tires because it is a mix. I can see there, we've got mediums, we've got softy, we've even got hards for Motts down at the back there. But Jack leads us on lap 1, sector 1, for the time being. Now, Brandon is not going to give up. He's got a car to defend, he's got a car to overtake and focus on above. Right in front is, here goes Brandon. He's going to try to go for the move, just doesn't get it yet, but he's just going to hold on. With Darby also trying to focus on keeping the pressure on Brandon, and top as well wants to get himself a cheeky top 3 for the opening few laps, I'm sure. But Motts there on the hards, I don't think that was the smartest idea to go on them, to be fair. I don't think they are quick, but anything can happen. Maybe he will go as long as possible out of like halfway, lap 15 maybe out of 20. Well, there's the possible race strategies, medium soft or medium hard, but lots of drives don't go by that, as Jack gets the fastest lap. Fastest lap does not count in ORL as it doesn't in real life. That's where the inspiration comes from, and generally in the game it doesn't count. But yes, as Brandon, you can just see Brandon's right behind him. You've got a Haas that's trying to charge, more than a second behind, and you've got Jack less than a second ahead. You just want to keep the pressure. That was the purple sector 2 for Brandon. Darby, a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings already. It's only lap 2 out of 20. That is not ideal at all. It doesn't take a genius to work that one out, but it just is not ideal. Here goes Brandon trying to get into the slipstream, but Jack's trying to break the slipstream on Brandon, but Brandon just will have to hold on. Not enough straight to get past Jack there, as we can see the remainder of the grid pushing past their way, trying to make up a few positions as Clean there, trying to be on the tail of Jones. I'm just gonna kind of have a look here. The most positions gained was between Jack and Jones, and the most lost is between Clean and Brandon. So it's only 1 for 1 basically, but it's not really that interesting to look at that. Just keep it like that. Here goes Brandon. Brandon trying his best. Is the rear wing open? He got the fastest lap as apologies, ladies and gentlemen, that was weird. My controller said, nah, I'm disconnected. But Brandon, what I was saying, Brandon's the quickest driver on the track at the moment. He could show us why he's the quickest driver if he does get past Jack, but Jack rarely just wants to keep him right where he is in his spot. He's putting him in his place. He's putting him in his place. He's saying, mate, not for the time being, I'm not letting you pass. But we can see how Jack does pull. If we go full on TV podcast, Jack is pulling, but Brandon is closing, as we can see. It's just here the Ferrari roaring, but here goes Brandon. Brandon goes down the right hand side of Jack. Do they touch? No, they don't. That is clean. What I could see as Brandon there goes through up to P1. and round he goes, and he takes the lead of this race. But Jack says no. Almost a switcheroo there for Brandon. He does get it. That is a great move from Brandon, and he will hope to sail away. That was a great move, but Jack is still there. Jack is going to put Brandon back in his place. He's right there. He just wants Brandon to know he's not giving up, and that's what I love to see. This is the racer I like to see as Jack activates that DRS. Here we go, up to turn 1. Jack is getting past way before the big red, and he's up back into the lead of this Grand Prix. As Moss gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings already. Not ideal whatsoever, but hey. It's still early on, and you can somehow make a gap if you overtake later on. It's all good. So, now, Rolly, 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings as well. Both Hasses have penalties. Hang on a second. Top is up to P3. He's topped himself up. I was focusing on the top 2 batter, but we can't underestimate Top as well. He's pushing on as well, trying to probably fight for the lead. I don't know. I have never seen Top race before. I lie. I have once. I think once I have. As we can see, Jack and Brandon going through. What's this called? Turn 12. Turn 12. Turn 12. That was turn 12. The Top is obviously defending that pass there. Just gonna focus on trying to catch the top 2. Well, there they go. You can kind of just see them. Going through turn 17 now, but back to Brandon as he is closing in. As we've got a yellow flag. What's happened? Jolly has spun. Did Muhammad get a touch? No, I think Jolly just spun by himself. Could he have rear wing damage? He's shifting and he's got a 10-second time penalty. Something's happened. Does he have a puncture? No, he doesn't. I could have done that. No, he doesn't have a puncture. Could be some damage. As there goes Jack. Jack gets the overtake done on Brandon, but they're not giving up. But Jack takes the lead of the race once again, holding on, defending his line through the S's. That's a unique move. I don't think you don't really see many moves through there. But Jack has just done it, and he's going to hold on again. Brandon really pushing on. He wants that P1. He wants the clean air. He doesn't want the dirty air from Jack, especially in this game in F125. The dirty air is stronger than before. Now, you don't want dirty air as there's another yellow flag. Jolly has pitted. I don't know where that yellow flag was, but you don't want dirty air in Formula 1 and most, racing series. You don't want that dirty air. What it does, it does damage to your aero. What I say about damage, not physical damage, but it slows you down. If you basically take like a miniature car, a scale car, any car, a Lamborghini, a Ferrari, a Haas car, an F1 car, a road car. I have a Lego F1 car, it's one of those small ones. If I take it and put it, blow air on it, I'll be able to feel, I'll need strong air, I'll need to feel where the air is going. If I block, let's say, one of the tires, that can change the direction of the flow. If I block maybe the front wing with my finger, it's going to blow the wind different. That's how your normal aero works. But hang on a second, let me get back to that in a few seconds, as Brandon is getting very close to Jack. As I just want to go TV part with Brandon. I want to hear how he takes it to the S's. Both Jack and Brandon don't lift throughout the S's. Now, if we go with the likes of Darby, I don't know if he lifted as there's a yellow flag. Jolly there, spun again. Charge going, but yeah, I just wanted to see they both do take sector 1 basically flat. I know some drivers, they don't take the S's flat. They will lift if they don't feel like they're confident. But here goes Brandon on the right hand side of Jack, your left hand side, ladies and gentlemen. But here we go, it's another replica. They are going exactly now. Can Jack do what he did a few laps ago? He's trying to do a little bit earlier, as he's really trying to keep it. Here goes Jack, he does it again for half a Half a corner. There goes Jack. He's keeping it on the track where Brandon went slightly wide. He didn't get pushed, but he was just giving the room. As now Brandon is going to keep it clean. Yes, Jack is right there. Look at Jack. He's like, mates, I want that P1. I want to push on. As here we go once again on the main straight. Lap 7 out of 20. As someone that's got front row seats would be top there. As here we go with Jack up to turn 1 we go. He gets P1 done for now, but Brandon is not going to give up. He tries for the switcheroo, doesn't get it. Brandon is right there, just listening to the V-carb under my voice now, how he is pushing. The battery difference is somewhat there. Actually, no, it's actually not. I'm not going to say what it is due to maybe, I don't know, reasons. If you're listening, oh, you know, this is where I should focus on battery. But Brandon's just not giving up. It's almost a second. Jack is pushing. Look, right, Jack's behind. Jack's rear wing now. He's pushing. It's going to become a second, almost, but Brandon has got that DRS. He will open that DRS now. Now he opens the DRS, uses the battery, he's trying to close into Jack. The gap is going down, 400. Down to 300 maybe, almost. No, it doesn't. Jack is just giving it everything. It's up to 500,000 of Brandon there. Slightly falling behind in the last lap. Very good battling we have this evening. As Motts gets Jones on that back straight as well. Jolly having a lonely race at the back. But here we go on the main straight once again. Will we have another wheel-to-wheel action up to turn 1? Here we go. DRS activated. Jolly 3 seconds time penalty, multiple warnings again. But here we go with Brandon. DRS activated. It's full push now. Up to the big red we go. Keeping it on track. Sector 1, a yellow flag. Jolly's gone off again. Hopefully he hasn't crashed it. I just found himself, I don't know why he keeps sliding off. Maybe some damage, I don't know. But he's keep going. He's going to be lapped by Jack and Brandon. He's going to have to get off the racing line. Can we see where Jolly is? Jolly is on the racing line. He's going to have to get out of the way due to blue flags. Can we see him with Jack? Yes, we can. Jack won't get the DRS. Unfortunately for Jack, he won't get the DRS off Jolly, I don't think. Maybe not, but there goes Jolly. He is a lap down now officially by the leaders. Jolly doesn't have a front wing. That is not ideal for anybody. But here we go with Brandon again. Down here we go. Hit the brakes. Don't go into the rear of Jack. That's very close. Very, very good driving skill there. So we got Top here as well. Don't forget about Top. He's still pushing on as well. Jolly gets out the way. But Jack just trying to defend, and Brandon doesn't want to give up. This man does not give up. That's what I've realized from this guy in tier 1 and tier 2 as well. He just does not give up. He wants to push on no matter what. A few drivers could stick right behind the leading driver that they want to overtake, but Brandon says no. But for now, the two leading drivers, Jack and Brandon, comes into the pit. Jack will be the first one, of course, to turn in. And then Brandon's got a little bit longer to go. Jack will go onto those hard tyres. Scuderia Ferrari, don't mess up this pit stop. Off he goes, drives through his mechanics, because why not? On to the hards as well for Brandon, and he's just behind Jack. So we will go again with Top leading us away by, don't know why it's stuck. That is a very odd thing. By 13 seconds, he's leading by 13 seconds as Clean is also into the pits for those mediums, as well as Jolly is on those mediums again with a front wing change. I'm pretty sure we can actually see Jolly's pitted twice. He's pitted twice. All right, so hopefully he doesn't keep crashing or whatever he's doing. We don't want that. But Top leads us away. Should we go quickly back to? I don't think I have time to go back to my aero chat. We will just stick with Brandon as Jolly gets another penalty for cutting a corner or who knows what. This is Jolly's first race in ORL. You got to keep it clean, otherwise we could be reported for driving unfairly. As you're basically going to be lapped by P6, so you're like lapped by everyone, my friend. That is not ideal for your debut race, as Jack is still holding on to P2. But we can quickly go back. So what I was saying, if you block a part of the aerodynamics, front wing, rear wing, side pods, underfloor, everything, it doesn't matter where, even the halo, you will get somewhat of dirty air. And that will, that's like the hot air. That's hot air. Think about you make it. So I'm gonna change it. Think of a schmore. Think of you got a marshmallow over the fire. That is hot air. That's doing damage to the marshmallow. It's cooking it. But in F1, you're not cooking a car. You damaging the aerodynamics and slowing it down. I don't know how to really explain it. So I thought it makes sense in my head, but basically, it slows you down. Dirty air equals no good. Clean air equals good. So now Jack's into the lead. He gets us. Brandon's got a penalty. Multiple warnings, I presume. Brandon's got a penalty. I'm busy explaining whatever I'm trying to explain. That Brandon's decided, you know what, I'm going to just, I don't know, get a penalty. I'm pushing too hard. Which is a little bit unfortunate, but now there's 10 laps to go. He needs to push. It's probably only 3 seconds. Yeah, it's only 3 seconds. Darby's also got a 3-second time penalty, so Brandon has to push as well. But yeah, dirty air is not good. Dirty air is not good at all. Really bad for the car. Slows you down, damages your tires, does wear, and you just won't have full pace. So, lap 10 out of 20. We've got 10 laps to go. This race has gone very quick. I feel like every time I commentate anything, it always goes quick. Probably because, well, we're having fun, I guess. Hope everyone is having a great morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world right now. And I hope this race is entertaining. I try to make it entertaining. I try to speak facts where I can, and obviously I failed trying to explain dirty air. It's probably like one of the simplest things to explain in F1, but I failed. Well, what else could I explain to you guys? I don't know. Tire strategy is basically done. Everyone has pitted once, so there's nothing to talk. There's a yellow flag. Something's happened to Jones. He's going very slow. Into the pits Jones comes. 10-second time penalty, spinning in the pit lane. That's not good. What does Jones need done to his car? Changing tires, change of wing. Tire change onto the mediums to mediums. Alright, go. What are you waiting for? Go. Go. What was Bruce sitting there for? We could talk about championship. We can do some math. Who likes math? I don't. Leading the championship is Sushi, who I don't know who Sushi is, but in Discord, who is Sushi in the Discord? Let's see. I don't know who the heck Sushi is. In the Haas. Is that Darby? No. Who's Sushi? The driver Liv, maybe? Could be. Oh no, hang on. See, Sushi doesn't have a team. Sushi a reserve that I was not aware of? Sushi is just a tier 2 driver with no team. Interesting. So it's Sushi, then Brandon, who's sitting P2, and then Batson. I'm guessing that's Jones? No, it's not Jones. And then we've got Harrison in the McLaren, who isn't here this evening, and then Mott's in P5. That's basically it, because that's all who we had last week. 5 drivers, unfortunately, but we've grown. Look at us, 8 drivers. Yeah, that's it. And the constructors is not very interesting. It's Haas, RB, Racing Bulls, Alpine, McLaren, and Red Bull. Haas on 25 points. Compared to Tier 1, it is different. but the standings is not updated since the second round. If you guys want me to talk about anything, ask me a question, ask anything you want, ask me why don't I like math. I could answer my own question. Well, I don't like math because, I mean, math. You can ask me any question. I'm open to any question. I'm open to you even asking me, Ben Norris, how can I do what you do? How can I? Well, that's a very good question because I'll be open to all those type of questions. You know, but what I can talk about now, some might like it, some might dislike it, but ORL is affiliated with Sim Racing Center. Sim Racing Center basically makes setup strategies. You have coaches, you got engineers, all of that fancy stuff, and you can get even quicker on the F1 game if you use their setups. As there's another yellow flag, but maybe Jolly needs SRC setups. You should use code ORL for 5% off to get a discount. You won't slide around like Jolly. I don't know what's going on, but he's back into the pits again. It's like the third time. No, he's cut that completely, and he got a 10-second time penalty. Oops, wrong button. In total, this is it. Great, 25 seconds. That is not what you want, mate. Please retire. You're causing yellow flags for no reason. You slide, getting that. Physically retire. Don't retire on the pit on the track, please. Go into the pit because there will be a safety car that you call, and you will. I don't know. You're gonna get fined. You're gonna get a penalty or something. I will report you. I will report you to the FIA. Hey, listen. But yeah, Sim Racing Center. I've been personally using their setup since 2023. I use some of their setups since 2023. I'm affiliated with them as well. They are great setups. I'm not forcing you to use them at all. I'm not saying you must. I'm just an ad. So thank you, Sim Racing Center, for being affiliated with. We thank you for letting us be affiliated with you. Back to the race. Ignore the set. We can stop the setup chat now. We've got 6 laps. No, am I doing math right? Yes, we got 6 laps to go, and Jack leads us by 3.2 seconds. This is just Brandon has to hold on to Darby's less than a second. He has to push. They both got 3 seconds. As there's a yellow flag again. Jolly, if you. Please retire the car. Please retire the car. Thank you. I don't know what you're trying to do, but I don't know what you're trying to prove, but I mean, okay. Pit crew gets it lost. Pit stop for the race, I guess. The final pit stop of the race. But yeah, Brandon has to push on. Brandon really has to push on. Try at least get close to Jack. But he has to push past Darby. But Top could get a podium if he just pushes even more, gets at least 2 seconds, then he gets P2. Clean as well has a 2 second, and then you've got 16 for no, clean is clean. Clean is being clean. Clean is clean. Muhammad has 3 seconds, and then Jones 60. What are you trying to do, mate? Mate, are you dumb or dumb? Are you dumb or dumb? You're going to get a report. You're getting reported, mate. Mate, are you just stupid or what? I don't care. I can talk how I want about any of these drivers. It's my league, but mate, that's stupid. That is dumb. That is actually so stupid. That's actually dumb. That's really stupid to do that. I don't know what you're trying to do. What purpose you're trying to do. I mean, I don't understand. What? fascinated by what that's for. He said his controller disconnected. I don't know if I take that as a reason. I mean, if he was streaming the race, recording the race, you know, for incident purposes, if someone hit him or whatever, it did it 4 times that race, this race, hence why he hit it so much. I guess I'll let it slide since it's the last tier 2 race. I'll let it slide because it's the tier 2 race. I'm only letting it slide because it's the final tier 2 race. That's the only reason. But I just don't understand. It just doesn't make sense. But I mean, okay. Mods up to P5 for now. That I'm not happy about that. Now everyone with the penalties is going to be cooked. Jack has a penalty as well. Jack has a penalty, so Top can win the race if he can push on. I don't understand, because if your controller disconnects, the AI would take over. You wouldn't be turning into the wall. I clearly have a clip. I clearly have a clip of it. It was clear. It was so clear that he went right. Right, okay, I mean, there's nothing really you can do now if he doesn't have a clip, like if you're streaming it to show controller disconnected or something. So, yeah, I mean, things do happen, I guess. But we'll see how this race takes us. Safety car should come in sometime soon, hopefully within the next lap. Jack has got work to do, Brandon's got work to do, Darby's got work to do if they want to keep that top 3. If they want to stay up here, they're going to have to push for their life. Come on, Birdman, we want to get underway again. Jack's gonna lose the win. I mean, I said, yeah, there we go. Safe content slide. I said Jack will need to push for his life. Brandon will need to push for his life. Darby will need to push if they want to keep their top 3 positions at least. Because right now, Top will be the one to take over. Top will be the one to go on top, on that top step. Mohammed Mott's 6 seconds, he will probably drop down to clean. Down with clean is in P6. If the safety car didn't happen, I think the top 3 would have standed. We will go when Jack decides to go. The line to go is safety car line is coming up. You can technically accelerate, just can't overtake before the checkers line, the start-finish line. So Jack will go any second now. Jack decides to go now, and we're underway. One more time, yeah. In Austin, Texas, in ORL Tier 2. Round number 2 is Jack accelerates up to the big red. Turn number 1 as there goes Darby, who fully centered on Brandon. He says, I've had enough to wait for the chance to fight for P2. I'm going for it now. But Brandon says, mate, listen, I'm strong around the S's, which he rarely is, as he's pushing his way through. And through Brandon goes once again. And Darby's back to P3 as Clean there manages just to get past Mohammed Motts through there. As it's lap 18 of 22 laps to go after this. Great getaway there from Jack, but he has to push 3 seconds. Brandon has to push. Darby has to push. Who will win this race? Could it be Top? Could it be Jack? Could it even some with a miracle? Miracle be Clean, getting at least P2. No one knows. But here we go. Sector 2 is almost done. And I think the next 2 races, 2 laps, will be pretty chaotic. I think that's the word I can use. So just see what Jack will see if he looks just behind him in his mirrors or just behind him in general. He's rarely pushing. We can see very clear that Brandon is pushing. You can see that as Jack's got slightly a bit of an advantage when it comes to ERS. Jack is the quickest lap. He is the quickest driver out there. 1:35.666. He really is pushing his absolute limits now. You don't want to get another penalty. Another penalty would be 6 seconds, and that would at this rate be lost. You don't want to do that, no matter who you are. Unfortunately, if you're Mott's, you're already down there with 6 seconds, dead last anyway by 2 seconds. Now, you don't want to do that, do you now? No, you don't. So we can just watch the amount of laps tick down. 19 out of 20. That's exactly the limit, I think, when it comes to. This is where we can start the limits and thinking who's going to start where's. Top is fighting back with Darby's up to P3, and now he's on a hungry charge to try and get that victory. So, we've got a few more sectors left. We've basically got 4 sectors to go. Okay, 3 sectors after this, technically, left in this race, and that's going to completely tell who will win this race. Mathematically, it will be Top that will win. Top will be on the top step. I'm just going to check something quickly. Alrighty. If I'm not mistaken, Top is actually from Texas. If that's the Texas flag, I'm pretty sure that's the Texas flag. I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that is the Texas flag. So there's a driver that could win their home race. Yeah, and that is Top. Sure, the crowds are standing up for their home hero. Oh, I would love to go to this track. It's such a nice track, especially on the tower. I'm not sure if that tower's got a name. Could have, and I'm just very unknowledged about it. Clean gets a penalty of 3 seconds. So there's one driver, his name is Top. That is Clean. And once upon a time, when I did my very first commentary, it was around Austin, Texas. And there was one driver without a penalty, and that driver won fair and square, but through the S's he actually took the lead. As here goes Brandon. who's just taking the lead from Jack there through turn 12. They're not going to give up. Jack is going to fight for his life now. It's going to be a drive. The two Irishmen fight, not Irish, sorry, the two Welsh? No, what's the flat? I forgot where Jack's from. But they're both from the same place. I do know that for a fact. As Brandon. Brandon's going to win it on track. Jack goes wide there. Brandon's going to win it on track from Jack. But the home hero in the McLaren will win the Texas Grand Prix. It's Top on the top step from Brandon, Jack, Darby, Clean and Martz. But the home hero of Top is back on top. That is a race and a half. That was a good race. That was a very good race. That was good. That was very good. Was it better than Tier 1? I think I would rate it the same, an 8. Race winner, Top. Fastest lap, Top. Driver of the day, Top. I agree with that. Most overtake, Martz. And clearest driver, Top. Well, how many times have I said Top this evening? I think a few times, because I would have said one more time or two more times after this. But Top wins from Brandon, Jack, Darby, Clean, Mohammed, and your DNFs, Jones and Jolly. Now that is an Austin, Texas race. Look at the penalties. Everyone besides Top gets penalties. Now, guys, we can't be doing that. We can't be doing that. We can't keep getting penalty after penalty. I know the safety car was very unfortunate, but hey. Well, congratulations. You guys are going to hate me for this, and Top will love me for it, but congratulations to Top once again. I don't know how many times I've said his name, but congrats one more time to Top in the McLaren, his home race. And, well, that's it for this evening, and that is a goodbye to Tier 2 for now, until we do grow. I will put more detail in the Discord in the coming few days, maybe by tomorrow or Sunday. The next 2-3 days I'll put more info what's going to actually happen. But yes, Tier 2 will be closing until further notice, until we get enough drivers to do attendance for Tier 1. And then Tier 2 will open back up, maybe even later this season for like a few races, 3-4 races. But yeah, I would love to continue with multiple tiers. But Fridays will be the only day, so no more Tier 2. So this week will probably be the first. I'll check with everybody if they're good with that, unless we just do Tier 2, Tier 1 on Tuesday for now, and then we change. I don't know. It depends what everyone wants. But yes, if you guys want to join the Discord, !Discord, and that will give you the link to our Discord server. Sign up. Hello, Bots. Good job today. That was a good result, I think. Most overtakes as well. The game gave that to you. I didn't exactly count, but the game did. I'm sure you did too. Congrats. But yes, more info will come out later. Join the Discord. Sign up if you want to drive. The times will stay the same. Unless they really have to change, which I don't need them to change. But yes, this was a good race. I think it was. I hope everyone enjoyed it. But yeah. Also, before you guys go, we have a YouTube channel. Where all the races are posted on there. Make sure to follow us there as well. Subscribe to our channel. We currently have 5 subscribers. That took you. This one will go onto the YouTube right as I end. I will download it, and it will take maybe 45 minutes to 50 minutes. Let's say 45 minutes until it's on there. But you can watch the previous races on there as well for now. But yes, I'll see you all on in the server. Otherwise, check out socials. We'll probably post on there when we'll go live again, when the next race will actually be. But yes, I'll see you all on Tuesday off, just Friday. But yeah, have a good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you're tuning from, and good night.